while they're trying to vote, you know, the postponement of this election prevents them from doing that. So this is why, you know, I always speak to the power of students within the Nigerian electoral system and how we vote in Nigeria, because the core of Nigeria's population is youth. It's youth, and about 20 to 30% of it is Nigerian students. So this is why we're trying to ensure that Nigerian students know the power that they have, and they continue to speak among themselves. And when it's time to vote, they understand that they know how to register to vote, they know how to complete ballot papers, and they know how the system works for a lot of things.
Right. So,
yeah.
Everything you've said so far is absolutely true and absolutely important. A question then becomes, when these organizations are not forthcoming, when it comes to engaging with students, what can students do individually? And you know, what can student union groups, what kind of roles can they play in sensitizing their colleagues on campus? You know, there is the saying, if Muhammad won't go to the mountain will go to Muhammad. But in this case, it's a little bit more complicated. So what exactly can students do?
Yeah, thank you for that wonderful question. Yeah, students on their own can, you know, organize voter education sessions, and it doesn't have to be anything formal. You know, you can have it, you can make it very informal. You know, when you speak with friends, when you're talking about Nigerian politics and you're talking about elections, how to vote, who to vote for, you know, what criteria to choose who to vote for. These are the kind of things that they can do. They can have these informal sessions, speak with people. The student union as a body can always, at some point in the year, organize voter education sessions, you know, talk to their members, ask most of them who is eligible to vote. You know, why have you not registered to vote if you're eligible to vote? And, you know, try and organize workshops for people who probably have their voters card, but they've never really voted before. And some of them who have actually moved from their primary residence, because some people, when they move, they do not realize that they will not be allowed to vote if they don't transfer their PVC to their current location. So these are the kind of things that the student union and students themselves can do. Most students right now have access to social media. And I've told everybody that I meet, no matter how many followers you have, that is a platform. Even if it means that you have 5 followers, you have 10 followers, you have 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers, that is a platform. And as much as possible, you should try as much as possible to put out voter education materials on there, you know, around how to vote, you know, the website to go and register. You know, the PVC registration is currently ongoing, but has been closed. It closed March 22nd of this month, and to reopen April 11th of next month. And as much as you're able to put out these materials, as much as you're able to put out information to people who need them, a lot of people will ask you, oh, you know, the picture on my voter's card is not visible any longer. What do I have to do? I moved from Abuja to Lagos. Will I still be able to vote? You'll get a lot of interesting questions. And, you know, during that seminar that the student union would organize, you know, that's an avenue to answer some of these questions, to remind Nigerian students how politics affect them, even when they look very, very uninterested. Because the amount of ASU strikes that we've had is as a result of politics, and it's definitely affecting them directly. So those are the mediums they can use, you know, to fill the gap that you know, INEC is not covering.
Right. Thank you so much. So to sort of round up your section, could you give us some sort of closing remarks from you in a minute or two to sum up everything that you've said so far?
Yes, I just wanted to remind Nigerian students that they're the conscience of Nigeria, and that they're the leaders of today and also the leaders of tomorrow. You know, the change in Nigeria can only happen if they're involved. They have a lot of power, they have the numbers, they have the intellect, they have the energy. They should stop looking to demigods or to godfathers to lead them or to direct them on what to do. You are a Nigerian. You are affected by, we are affected by the society as it is today. You know what hurts. You know where it hurts. Even as a student, you're living in that world. You're definitely affected by the ASU strikes. It affects, your career progression. It affects your plans for the future. It affects what you have to do for yourself and for those who are looking up to you. Because in Nigeria, when you're going to school, you definitely have people who are looking up to you, who are supporting you, because they know what you stand and what you stand to achieve. So as much as possible, let us make sure that we're engaged, that we're invested in the process, and that we continue to sensitize Nigerian students in every campus about the power that they have, the power in their vote, how to vote, and how to be involved. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Damien. Your segment with us this afternoon has been very enlightening, and you've actually led us quite smoothly into our next segment with our next speaker.